We are working on GMetrix, Excel Expert, Practice Exam 1. We're on the first project called Ice Cream Flavors. Task 1 wants us to go ahead and enable only digitally signed macros in this workbook. So what we'll do is we'll click File, we'll go to Options. From here we'll select Trust Center, and we'll go ahead and click Trust Center Settings. From here, what we want to do is select Macro Settings. And from here, we want to make sure that Disable All Macros except Digitally Assigned Macros is selected. I'll go ahead and shrink this screen so I can select OK. And we can close out of this dialog box. We'll go ahead and click Mark Completed. Task 2 wants us to be on the Flavor Prices worksheet. And what we're going to do is change the formatting of the markup and the price columns to display 2 decimal places. It wants us to go ahead and apply this formatting so that not only the existing rows have this formatting, but future rows as well. So to do this, we'll go ahead and select the C and D column here at the top, and notice it went ahead and highlighted everything. And we're on the Home tab in the number group, and what we want to do is click this right here, Increase Decimal, and notice that it now displays 2 decimal places. We'll go ahead and click Mark Completed. Task 3 wants us to go to the Quarter 1 Sales worksheet, and what it wants us to do is apply a formatting to the quarts sold. So we'll go ahead and select that column here. And what it wants us to do is to display the 5 least selling ice cream flavors with a light red fill. So we're with that column selected, we're on the Home tab. We're in the Styles group. We'll click the Conditional Formatting drop down. And what we're looking for is top bottom rules. And what we want is bottom 10 items. If you're reading through this very quickly, you might miss this because our step wants us to select 5. But this is the formatting that we want. From here, we want to change this from 10 to 5. We're also going to change light red fill with dark red text to light red fill. We'll go ahead and, with that selected, we'll click OK. And if I scroll down to my worksheet, notice it went ahead and did that for me. We'll go ahead and click Mark Completed. Task 4 wants us to go to the Monthly Orders worksheet. And in F4, the demand column, it wants us to put decreasing if the orders in April were less than the orders in March, or less than the average orders for the quarter, January through March. Otherwise, it wants us to display no change. So we're going to use 2 formulas here. It's called a nested statement. We're going to use the OR formula, and then we're going to put that OR formula into the IF function. So let's go ahead and do that. In F4, we'll go ahead and put our cursor. We want to click Insert Function. We'll type in OR, we'll click Go, and with OR selected, we'll go ahead and click OK. Now the first part of this is wanting us to look for if April is less than March. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and type in E4, which is the April, and we want it to be less than D4, which is March. And that's our first logical. The second one is going to be is E4 less than the average of B4 to D4. And we'll go ahead and click OK. And now that we've built our OR part of this function, what we want to do is in our formula bar, go ahead and select OR all the way through, leaving the equal sign. And what we're going to do is hit Control X on the keyboard, or on the Home tab you can hit Cut. It's the same thing. And now what we want to do is click Insert Function again. This time we need to do the if part of this question. So we'll type in if here. We'll click Go. With if selected, we'll click OK. And in our logical test, we're going to go ahead and hit Control V, which goes ahead and pastes the OR function that we just put in. And so now that we've put that, Excel is looking for those 2 conditions. If it's true, Excel is asking us, what do you want us to put? We'll go ahead and type in decreasing, and I'm going to hit Tab, and it puts quotation marks around that for me, which is a nice feature of the function builder. And if it's false, we're going to go ahead and type in no change. Make sure you capitalize the wording here in the statement, or it will mark you wrong. We'll go ahead and click OK, and we'll click Mark Completed. Task 5 wants us to go back to the Flavor Prices worksheet, and in F4, which is right here, we're going to go ahead and add a watch to this. So we're going to go to the Formulas tab here at the top. In the Formula Auditing, we're going to go ahead and select Watch Window. And in this window, we're going to go ahead and click Add Watch. It should reference the cell that we selected before we started the watch. With that, we'll go ahead and click Add, and then we can close out of this. Click Mark Completed. Task 6 wants us to go back to the Q1 sales worksheet, and what we're going to do is create a chart. The first thing we're going to do is select our flavors. There's going to be multiple points on this. And with that selected, I'm also going to select the cost column. I'm holding the control key down while I select this second range. And I also want to select profits. So still with my control key down, I'm going ahead and selecting this third range. And now what I want to do is go to the Insert tab here at the top. In our Charts group, I want to select this drop-down Insert Combo Chart because we have multiple columns selected. I want to select Clustered Column, Line on Secondary Axis. And it wants us to put it to the right of this table. We'll go ahead and click Mark Completed.